Thank you. Well, you know, I happened to find a little hair gel in the bathroom inside, and this is the result. No, it's just the heat. It feels so good. It was a hot one today, and you know, you can do nothing but just to give in to the heat, and then you seem to be all right. It's kind of like when you're out taking a walk and it starts to rain, and you think, oh, I don't want to get wet. And then you're miserable until you just say, oh, what the hell, let's just get wet. And then, you know, you're doing okay. But I find that as I grow my hair out, as long as you brought it up, in a different climate, it really kind of poofs up a little bit. That, and I do have a rinse up in my hair today. So. It's a pleasure to be here. This is my first time, really the first time that I've been to the eastern part of the state. As a singer-songwriter, you tend to follow a very familiar path of shows and stops. Along the way, it tends to be one line up the coast and one line down the other coast, and sometimes it's hard to get into the other little areas. But being a performer at my tier, I find that I'm in all sorts of great cities that I've never been to before, other than Portland, Oregon. So it's nice to be here in Prineville. I'll be in Ellensburg, Washington, in a week, and I've not been there either. So I never did think that being a performer would take me to all these great places. And time and again, what I've seen is just wonderful hospitality, warm hearts, and one heck of a barbecue. How about that barbecue, everybody? I live in Salt Lake City. But originally I'm from the great state of North Dakota. That's where I was born and raised. All the way up near the Canadian border. Are you from North Dakota, or are you just a fan of the state?
No, sir. I'm from South Dakota, but, you know, we're neighbors.
We
are.
are.
Probably know somebody you know.
We probably do. We could be related. We'll talk after the show.
Strong possibility.
Believe it or not, many people in this great country still think that North Dakota is part of Canada. But I assure you it is not. Tom Brokaw's from South Dakota. It's a joke. There's kind of I don't know what the rival is, but there is kind of a rival, I guess, just because we're right next to each other. We both have Dakota in our name. Tom Brokaw said the only thing good to come out of North Dakota is Interstate 29. That's where I was born and raised, as I said, and my family, they all came from Norway and Denmark, and they came through Canada, and then that's how they got into that area. My last name is Brosseau. It's French, and the French did the same thing, of course. And in a town called Crookston, Minnesota, there's a nice little population of the French who settled there a long time ago. I'm not reading my notes. I'm just kind of looking at some of the songs that I thought I would sing here tonight. On top of being a singer-songwriter, I just love the Great American Folk Songbook. And so I thought I'd do a few of those songs here tonight. In fact, maybe what I would do, since I'm doing two sets, I'll do maybe the first set, I'll do all folk music, if that's all right with you guys. And then the second set, maybe I'll do songs that I composed. And I think that's kind of a fun way to theme it a little bit. And so I have a list of songs, and some of them I know. Some of them I don't, but I'm going to do them anyway. If you are a fan of folk music, it gets in your blood, and you kind of don't know how or when. You just wake up one morning and you find that it's there, and you just have to hear those voices sing those songs. And that's what what draws me to it are the voices, the recorded voices, but also the stories that come with the songs. And so maybe tonight I'll start off with one, just kind of winging it here. I'll do one entitled Railroading on the Great Divide. And as far as I know, this one was written by Sarah Carter of the Carter family. Most passionate about the Carter family. It's one heck of a story there, if you don't know it, the Carter family.